Special meet and greet that we're having here to promote the new drama series, Southland. And we have the privilege of having one of our famous actresses here with us.
Stop. I don't know if you want to be...
Southland is about the LAPD, LA, Los Angeles Police Department. We refer to LA as the Southland. Sorry, we refer to LA as the Southland because we're in the southern part of California, and on the radio shows and on the TV shows. So I was here in the Southland, and the police department in LA used to refer to a certain part of the city of LA as the Southland because it's kind of broken up into different boroughs. So, you know, the South Borough, West Borough, North Borough, East Borough, and the South Borough was known as like the roughest borough. So then they got the name Southland, and then it kind of became associated with the entire city.
You play a detective in this show.
Yes.
Tell me, what was it like getting this role, which is something a little bit different than what you've done in the past? We've known you on 227, being in television, and then you've gone off and branched out into the movies. And now you're doing something a little different with the detective role. What was it like? Tell me a little bit about your character.
Well, I play a detective named Lydia Adams. I would say, a compassionate detective, but I'm still, you know, very serious about my job and don't take what I do lightly. To prepare for this role, we did a lot of training. We did ride-alongs, classroom training, weapons training.
I know, because you're holding a double-barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
And all that. I'm like, she's so little, but she's got these powerful weapons. I mean, did you actually get a chance to do some of that out in the field and so forth?
Oh yeah, we've gone out in the field. We had to learn how to shoot while you're on the move. You know, shooting at moving targets. Being aware of the proper way you handle your weapon. You take from the moment it is removed from your holster, you immediately, you know, you have a live weapon, and you are, once you're, you know, you are ready to go into combat.
Experiencing that type with the guns.
In the movie Miss Congeniality.
Yes, Dr. Bola.
Yeah, so we had to carry and, but
that was a comedy. This is serious.
Yes. I think normally when you see shows about detectives or just any type of law enforcement, it's more of a procedural. It's about, you know, solving the crime, busting the perpetrator, you know, finding your suspect and prosecuting the suspect. In Southland, we do involve those things, but it's more about the people that are the officers and how we take all of this stuff that we're exposed to, like your problems that I take on, and I have to bring all that home with me. And when I am in your presence and I'm protecting and serving you, you know, I have to kind of have my game face on, and even if we're in this bloody crime scene or something like that, I have to be able to hold my composure and be in control of the situation. And all of these people you see here have to take that stuff home, and how we process that.
Okay, and when you say take it home, but what about this, I mean, is that part of the training, like, and you have to stay in shape, period, just for the job itself, right? Because you do a lot of running in the show.
Yeah, I would say, you know, you go around to a lot of different cities, they tend to say that LAPD officers are the most in shape.
Okay.
And I think that they've started to be more lenient on their.
You say it like we.
Yeah, on what they expect of an officer. But I don't know. I think for all of us, it's just important for us to be able to depict the most realistic version of the police department. And that's when we get an incredible response from people, not just from our city, but officers from other cities that feel like, oh my God, this is probably one of the most honest portrayals of law enforcement I've ever seen. Because normally when you see like I said, they're either more procedural, they're not handling their guns the way you're actually taught to handle your guns in the academy, or either there's a picture that's painted that the law enforcement is totally corrupt. So I think that we're telling the story that's the most all-encompassing. You know, the bad part, the good part, the sacrificial part.
Before I let you go, I've got to mention that you start off with 227, that's what we know you as, okay? And then you branch off into a lot of different movies, from Poetic Justice, Miss Congeniality, State of the Enemy. You've worked with some great actors and actresses. And the last one, the last two I recall, is This Christmas, as well as Ray.
Yeah.
You work with some great folks. Now, I know that you're doing television, but are you still looking at scripts and so forth for movies? And is there anybody you'd like to work with next?
Oh gosh, we don't have enough time for me to go down my wish list.
Okay, just give me two.
Don Cheadle.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to work with him. And okay, I was about to say, guys keep coming to my mind. A female that I'd love to work with. Why there isn't one? I would love to work with Kimberly Elise. I think she's brilliant. Yeah.
She's got some great.
And I'd love to do Taraji Henson. What am I thinking? It's one of my girls.
You know,
we like to.
I know I like her too. One of the things that I remember is that Ray was singing.
I am an actress. I could do anything.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
I want to make sure that people, tune in. I'm really proud of this show. I feel like, I've been in this business for 20 plus years. So this is just another more adult version of somebody in their phone,
I know, somebody in their phone. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure, and I hope we get a chance to interview you again next time.
Yes, you will. Well, I have a movie coming out this spring. So.
And what's the name of the movie?
As Our Family Wedding with Forrest Whitaker, who was on my wish list, and I actually got a chance to work with him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I play a detective named Lydia Adams, and she's been on the force for a few years now, and she is a compassionate woman that really, really cares about her job, and her job has been her priority to the point that she's kind of hasn't fostered other relationships in her life, and between taking care of her mother and being a detective, it's taken up so much of her life, and we kind of are introduced to her right when she's kind of at this crossroads.
So working the difference with TV and film is really interesting. A lot of great actors in this show, especially. I can imagine it must be difficult to get great roles all the time, just strictly doing feature film. Can you just speak to the difference between working on a feature film as far as from a dramatic actor standpoint and working on a TV show where there's more opportunities to flesh out?
Well, I can't say that you get more opportunities necessarily on a TV show. On a TV show, you're kind of a character. You live that character, and you're that for however long the show is on. The movie, it's a complete arc, and then it's over. I can't say that I prefer one more than the other. I just, gravitate to good work. I'm on a single camera narrative, so the hours or the style is similar to shooting a movie.
Is